Did you go bare ass or did you go through the underwear?
I had to go bare ass.
Bare ass, yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Hayden. That's Shao. That's Justin. And what's up? You're listening to a new episode of Chummy Thumbs, the show about the humorous parts of our everyday lives. We enjoy finding ways to laugh at ourselves, and you should too. So thanks for letting us into your brain skulls, through your ear holes, and enjoy the chumming.
Chummy.
Really bad, man. It's really
I'm so
bad.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
What did I miss?
I'm sorry.
Oh, he can't hear us.
I can't hear it. I
Oh,
just see
nothing
you.
happened.
I just see you breaking up, and I'm like, did something happen? And I just gotta hold it together.
Oh no, he can't hear it.
I'm guessing there was a sad trombone on that end.
Yeah, it was very sad. Hey, hi, hello, everybody.
Oh man,
Oh gosh, sorry about that. I'm really
the plants behind us are wilting.
filthy.
This one's dying. This was healthy before. Now it's brown, man. Looking real sad. Oh, I inhaled so much.
See, I was you inhaled it. Got a full. Hold it in your lungs. Hold it in.
Oh.
Hold it in.
Man.
Now exhale.
I didn't know what part you wanted me to harmonize. I thought you were gonna sing.
I was just waiting for you to add whatever in, but you kind of couldn't have anyway because you crop dusted the plants and
Oh my
you guys
God.
lost the ability to add some sultriness to it. So
Heck yeah,
heck
so
yeah,
sultry.
buds.
There has to be a way we can tune the mechanisms where it doesn't cut out everything, right? But
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of
The purpose of it?
yeah, I guess. But
I think it's
feel
one of
like-
the built-in functions for podcasting,
Right.
is to cut out random noises. But it's probably once again, folks, we're not in studs together. We are separate. But once we're in the studs together, it might be able to capture those sounds again. So, or we could just add it to our soundboard. So if you do
That's true.
something that doesn't make it on there, we can just add a fake one on there.
There you go.
So
yeah,
can you
the
just
sound is fine. The sound is fine. It's just the smell is like horrendous.
But
I don't know what was
normally.
what was the sound. Justin, can you replicate it through the microphone?
I don't.
Okay, does it catch? It was
I
more
don't
like
know. Let's find out.
more like a. It was just a very standard.
Not from
like
that
a
far.
very-
If you get closer to the microphone. No, it literally just cuts that. It must be the frequency or the vibration. I'm guessing it was that was better. That kind of sounded like
Okay.
a car revving down the street.
That's what it sounded like. It was like
Yeah.
So you got a rotary engine in there, hey? There was a turbo blow off.
It was the turbo whistle.
But what? No, I'm just curious what you ate to produce that smell. It's toxic and
I normally wouldn't do that in
Oh,
front of. No, listen,
relax.
I would but if I knew it was going to smell that bad, I would put it in a bag. I wouldn't just let it out.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I would put it in a bag and share it with you.
You carry a bag
later.
with you at all times.
I'm
I think
going.
you
I'm
should.
going to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of something. You know those tubes that you put letters in and then stick them in the vacuum thing and they zoom.
Yep.
I saw the old meme on the gram the other day. This dude's like, I'm gonna,
I'm so
He's
young
like-
and hip.
yeah.
It's actually pronounced Mimi, but that's okay. Continue.
On the meme on the gram.
We tried convincing one of the guys on our hockey team that they were actually called Mimis, not memes.
I used
'cause
to
he-
think
he
that's
called-
what they were called.
Oh, really? Oh, we should have
Like-
done it to you.
That was back
Yeah.
in the day because because it's just the word me, and I thought it was just kaplonked together, but
Because that
Not
makes
like-
sense. And the other one was we were telling him it was a GIF, not a GIF.
well, the dude that created it will tell you that as well.
That one is debatable.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Yeah, and our debate was because you don't call it a giraffe; it's a giraffe. GIF. But I think it's GIF.
Oh, I have to look this up, but I remember always calling it a GIF. And then one time someone on a show brought it up before, and the person who created them, he called it GIFs.
Okay. No. Nobody. There's no identifiable person that created
No, there is.
There is the guy that did the first one.
What?
The guy that did the first one.
Yeah, the guy who did the first one.
Why did he call it a GIF?
I don't know. I remember I think it was like in Fallon or something that they talked about it, and then they looked it up, and then
There's also a word for that, isn't there? Like if the majority of a population starts referring to a word as something else, then it morphs and becomes that word. So
100%. It's
like
become a
like
GIF. Yeah.
like when someone keeps calling a hot dog a fucking sizzle sausage.
Yeah, that's right. It's never
you're
going to catch on.
getting it wrong. Is the other way around.
Oh, yeah.
It's called a callback. It's called callback. What we just said.
Yeah.
For last
No.
Backstitching.
backstitch.
Correct.
There's no point trying to argue with fools.
It's true. Why?
That's why we always change this topic with you. So
tell us about this Mimi.
Because you can't win. You can't win with me. I'm always going to have an answer if I'm an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Whether
what's
it's
this
right
Mimi?
or wrong. The dude did a Justin. He was like his last day on the job or whatever. He farted in the tube and he was like, "I'm going to send this to the bank."
No.
Can you find this?
Awesome.
Can you find this? Can we post it? Can we repost it?
Yeah,
I'll make a note of it and I'll see if I can find it again.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I might have I have like a page of saved posts on Instagram that I'm like, I'm gonna bring that up in the podcast. I'm gonna bring that one up in the podcast. So maybe hopefully if I'm smart I did.
Have you guys ever left a job in epic fashion? Like have you ever quit and you're so just done with the job that you did something outlandish?
I don't know if I can talk about it.
Oh God, this is good. Look at him.
No.
He had the evil hands going.
I might get in trouble.
Is it?
Just don't tell us what job it is.
No.
In trouble from who?
Starbucks.
Starbucks isn't listening.
No.
Come on. If it's too, we can cut it out later if you feel like you don't want to, but you got to share it. Did you? Okay,
no, it's nothing like that. Okay, just trying to keep the long story short. The management changed. Everything was great and dandy.
Yeah,
worked with really good friends, and then the management changed, and everything got really strict and all that stuff. And so, like flies, one by one, people just dropped and started leaving, and the manager started mistreating people and all that stuff. And so he had a book for shift supervisors, which I was one.
Yeah.
And this book is pretty much a gossip book where shift supervisors will say, today Justin was late for 5 minutes. He didn't do that. Like it just became so childish.
Right.
And so on my last
day, find an excuse to write somebody up, or you'd use it as a threat type thing. Like,
I'm
gonna write you up.
And it became something where some other shift supervisors, it just became, like I said, a gossip book and talking shit about some of my friends and,
Yeah.
And so on the last day, I took that book out of the safe and then I went onto the roof of the store. And on our roof, we have an upstairs. No, I just put it in a spot where you can see it from the window upstairs. And then I wrote stop talking shit or something like that. And then I also stole a bunch of stuff.
You're so bad.
No. That part wasn't the bad, like super bad part. It's just the stuff I stole at the last day.
Well, I wouldn't call that stealing. I would call that severance. They owed you, really.
Yeah, for the mental trauma that I had to endure by looking at the shit book.
You could have taken them to court. Ridiculous. Instead, you just stole from them.
Yeah. Let's not disclose how much, but it's enough.
Yeah, it was a lot of tea.
Yeah.
Bags.
Gotta love that tea.
But that's awesome. So you left it up. That's
I taped it. And then I found out a few weeks later, because some of my friends still work there, that they had to get someone to like go up and remove it.
Amazing. I
had like a little I had a statue as well that I brought from home of a frog like lying on the side, and the book was on the opened up on the stomach, kind of like stop talking shit, and the frog's just like,
dude.
So
did you get a phone call from them or anything?
Like, no, but I found out I was blacklisted from ever working at a Starbucks. That
Yeah, worth it.
Yeah, worth it.
Worth it.
Like as if I'm gonna go back to work at
Yeah.
Starbucks. Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
of here.
after you stole $500,000 from them,
At least.
Speaking of teabagged, I literally teabagged myself the other day.
Whoa, you're flexible.
I'm flexible, yeah.
How?
Because I'm old as dirt as well, that they hang real low, and it's like woke up and I was like, it's fine.
Do they bubble to the road and you tie them in a knot? Can you?
Do we have a new affirmation today, or is it?
Oh yeah. What does the old teabag say today?
What does the old teabag say today? Well, let's see what the old teabag says today. Let me just tell you my teabagging story first, or do you want to hear the teabag?
Tell the teabag
affirmation. Oh, the teabag story. It's not as fantastic as you might want it to be, but I was literally drinking my tea without the lid on it, and the teabag slid down the shaft of the cup, splattered me right in the chin, and spilt its dog water all over my face and shirt. And I was like, I literally just got physically teabagged by a teabag. I must have been a little bit tired when it happened. And I was like, I wonder if that's what it feels like, wet, and just kind of went splat.
So you haven't been teabagged officially? Like, have you been teabagged? Anybody been?
I have
officially.
Not.
Okay, can you explain what does officially mean? Because that was pretty official. It was a teabag.
Yeah, no, it's when somebody takes their balls and drops them on your chin or forehead.
It's just like a touch, right? Like that counts as a teabag.
So you've never done it? Okay, I've teabagged somebody before.
I've seen someone get teabagged, but I have never done it and have not had anyone do it to me. But you said you've teabagged someone?
I did.
Did they wake up during?
So my nickname used to be Teabag.
Fair.
And it's kind of funny because the only people who called me Justin were Kate and my parents. Everybody else called me Teabag. There's people I'd met who didn't even know my name was Justin. They just knew me as Teabag. And it all started because there's this old show called Prison Break. It was very popular at the time. And there's this really creepy, weird person in it. And his name was Teabag. And a guy I worked with at the time came in and said, "Hey, do you watch Prison Break?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "You remind me of that Teabag guy. I'm going to call you Teabag from now on." And I was like, "Okay." And he literally did. And then everybody did. It was one of those things. It just stuck and it stuck and everybody called me Teabag. So anyways, then the joke was when he was meeting people like, like, did you get teabagged or did you do the teabagging? And it was like, and you'd either have to explain this story about it being after a person or you just make shit up. But then, so anyway, so I was like, I got to own this. So there was fights on me. My buddies used to watch the UFC fights back in the day as well. And we had made a bet. We used to make our own jackass videos growing up in high school and just outside of high school. We called it QWAC, CWAC, chaos without a cause. Nice, bro. We had like a red carpet event for the screening of it at a buddy's house. It was awesome. Anyways, so we made these stupid videos. So we'd made a bet on one of the fights. Whoever lost the bet, the other person got to teabag them. So it was awesome because I won. And so my buddy had to pretend like he had passed out. So we're filming and we come up to him and he's passed out on the kitchen floor. Meanwhile, he's totally conscious and aware that, face up and aware that this is happening and he had to take part in it. And so I go over him and I take my pants off and I pull my package out and I kind of kneel over his face and I kind of swing him back and forth, like taunting it because it's for video. And then I kind of drop him on his forehead and just kind of like swoop him up and down once and then go up. I was going to push it, but I knew.
And swoop.
So I was going to push it, but I knew because he wasn't actually passed out. If I try to go too far, he was just going to just grab me by the nuts and that wasn't going to be good. So yes, I actually got to teabag somebody. It was awesome.
How many? One take.
He didn't break.
He didn't break.
He didn't break.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if he breathed. I think he just held his breath and was waiting for it to be over.
Ugh.
I tried to go for another take. He wouldn't have it. I was like, I don't know if we got the angle right. I'd kind of like to light it a bit from the underneath. But
the angle of your hand angle.
He was one and done. Yeah.
Here's
And I'm going to say his name now
real-
to really embarrass him. Just kidding.
The real
Oh, I
question
know, that
though
would've
is
Lou Tix. No, sorry.
Lou
Lou Tix.
Tizone.
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 We love you, Lou. Real question though.
Yeah.
The berries are out, but where's the twig in all of this?
Oh, I'm pulling on it.
So
Are you mean you're pulling it up or you're actually pulling? Like,
I'll leave that.
please
for you.
elaborate.
Well,
It's like, I love the way your forehead feels on my bags.
Yeah, you
Why
got-
do I sound like Maury from Big Mouth? Hey.
I wish I had the hormone monster growing up. No, I just held it out of the way. I don't. You know, I didn't want to mushroom stamp them. It was just a tea bag. It wasn't a mushroom stamp in the bag.
Explain that one to me.
It's when you take your penis and you slap it on somebody's cheek, and then it's got the mushroom stamp because the head of the penis looks like a mushroom when you slap it.
so much force. That's so much force.
So much.
Oh, do you remember
You know,
those?
wind up?
Do you remember those like sports science videos where I can hear myself coming back from your laptop.
Well,
Those
let me
sports
mute
science, those mute me. Those sports science videos where they show like the X-ray of someone's body when they get like punched or kicked or hit with something.
Yep.
I don't know if it's real, but someone did one of like someone getting smacked across the face with a hard on. Like it was just like, poof, to see what the force was on their jaw. And
What was it?
Do you
what
remember?
was it? What the force was, or what was that? Got
Like,
hit
no, I
in
mean,
the
like,
face?
is it enough to like cause
Oh, major like
concussion or something? I don't know.
yeah, major concussion.
Jesus
it was
Christ.
like blunt
Well, here's
force
what- and then
trauma
versus,
to the
oh,
head.
this is in the back of the, if a chain reaction, not just from the mushroom stamp. but-
Maybe if Mandingo was the one who did the slapping.
Right. Oh man. What do you
Mandingo.
call it when you light a fart on fire again? Blue Angel?
Angel.
Have you've I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
tried it once.
Yeah.
Worked. It was in a dim room and I was very gassy,
Yeah.
more so than usual.
Yeah.
I was in my friend's basement and I saw a lighter and I did one and it kind of lit the room on like brightened the room for a split second, like
Yeah.
kind of thing. But the smell, I don't know if you remember because I guess when you light it, it kind of makes it a new smell. It's even worse.
Like burning hair. smell?
Well, there's also that too. The
Yeah.
singe. There's the
singe.
singe of the hair, but
you don't want to get too
the fart
close. Yeah.
itself, because I know my brand. I know what my farts were smelling the whole night.
Yeah.
But it was another level. It was
Oh,
almost like, just
did you go bare ass or did you go through the underwear?
I had to go bare ass.
Bare ass. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It always makes me nervous because you really don't want to get that thing too close.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
That's.
Do you remember if yours smelled?
I don't remember the smell.
Mine was really bad.
I think I was too busy laughing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really remember this. Let's just say it wasn't the smell that stuck with me.
Right. Fair.
Hayden, proverb,
Affirmation.
affirmation,
Bring it all back.
Proverb. All right.
the teabag
quick-
proverb.
The TiVo proverb. Go bravely on, my friend, because each new experience teaches us a lesson.
It's basic. It's very. I mean, it's not inaccurate, but it's. Yeah, I kind of want something more. You know,
Okay.
More like a
fine.
metaphor. or
Who do you think
something.
said that
something
one?
that makes you think. Something that makes you think, not something that's just like, yeah, we get it. You fucking, yeah.
I wonder who's in charge of these.
It's
The
the
teabag
wrong
guy.
person. The wrong
Yeah.
You know who
person.
said that one, though? I'm still waiting for you to guess.
Was it?
It's Chinese American.
I was gonna say Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Hulk
Chinese.
Hogan's a good guess.
Yeah, he's not Chinese though.
Chinese American. Oh, the doctor, Doctor Wen.
Dr. Wen.
Is it Wen?
You could have said Ken Jung or whatever.
Ken Jing. That's the guy. Ken. Dr. Ken.
Dr. Ken Jeong. Ken Jeong.
Ken
Jung.
Jung. No. Think
Oh.
further back. Who is
I'm gonna be
the most famous
Jackie
Chinese
Chan.
American? No.
Jackie Chan.
Bruce.
Well, Bruce Lee said that one. So if you think about it in the context of when he said that, it was a little bit more enlightening than if I said it to you today, like I just did.
Can you read it to me one more time, but
And
as
say-
if it was him?
Yeah, say it in his accent.
Because then I think it would impact me more. Can
Okay,
you
I'm
use
gonna
his
close my eyes.
accent?
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Closing my eyes too.
I can't do a
But
Bruce
I wanna
Lee
feel it.
accent. I don't know what he's. Well, I know what he sounds like, but I can't do it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I
We're
can.
listening.
Fuck you guys.
I'm about to fall asleep here.
You clearly didn't hear me. No, I'm
No, I
not going
heard
to do
you.
it. No. And moving on, people, I'm not going to do this one because I can't do
Oh.
justice. I can't do an imitation of Bruce Lee. I can't.
Why not?
Because I just can't.
Is it like a religious thing for you?
Pretty much.
You think you're gonna offend me?
Are you going to offend
No,
Bruce?
I just because I
He doesn't care about you.
I don't care about you, Shao. I just can't. He's the one guy that I wouldn't try to imitate. I just can't.
I know you have a lot of respect for Bruce. Wasn't you have a Bruce shirt somewhere or something? I
was
feel like.
literally
Probably
wearing,
many.
That was that one right behind me.
Oh, and
I've
a
got
jacket.
couple.
There was don't you have a Bruce jacket or
I
something?
do is right here, but I can't. Where the heck is it?
Yeah, because for those of you who aren't watching, Hayden is again in in his
What does that say, Shao?
his Chinese name, Lei
Oh.
Zulong.
Oh, Lei Zulong.
Lei Zulong.
Lei Zulong.
Long is dragon.
Ooh.
Hence the dragons on the
The little dragon or
Very
whatever
cool.
it is.
Xiulong's little dragon.
Ah, so
Yeah.
that's his Chinese name, Little Dragon.
Little dragon.
Nice. I didn't know that. Hey, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so
I would yeah, I know people like Bruce Lee. I is more of a Jackie Chan guy,
JC.
JC, and Jet Li. But maybe it's
Jet's pretty cool.
I know, like, if you go back in time, to me, Bruce Lee is more of the generation older than us is martial arts.
Yep.
Film guy. For me, I grew up on the Jackie Chan, and then
Jackie I think grew up on Bruce though.
yeah,
I mean, he's not that much older than Jackie, but
yeah, he sort of Bruce kind of laid the path that it was possible for people like Jackie Chan and Jet Li. But that I didn't watch Bruce Lee movies. I watched Jackie Chan movies. They were funny. They had the martial arts, and then Jet Li came along, and he had some more like edgier ones, Kiss of the Dragon, all that sort of shit. So yeah, I don't know if I've ever watched a Bruce Lee film.
what's the Hayden would know this. What's the one with Chuck Norris again?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Is it Enter the Dragon? That's or
No,
is the
that's his
Korean-
biggest one. It's Game of Death, I think. No, The Way of the Dragon. Way of the Dragon.
The Way of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Now-
watched
now I
that
have-
recently. Actually, I watched that last year. I think for
Yeah.
the first time, beginning to end.
I struggle with them now. I've seen clips, and I'm like, really?
It's one
I mean,
of
it
the best
doesn't really
fights
hold
ever
up,
at the
but I mean-
Coliseum. It does hold up.
Mm. I feel like if you for example, if you show that to James,
He,
right?
he'd be on his tablet in a minute.
I think it has a lot to do with, of course, the technology and stuff like
It's a
that.
big part of it. Yeah.
And editing and sound dubbing and all that stuff. The way they shot films, of course, is very different from how we do it now.
Yep.
However, if you give James a Jackie Chan movie to watch, even the older ones,
Yep.
like Rumble in the Bronx or something like that, which was filmed here in Vancouver. Got to go to the set on that.
What?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So because what I come kind of telling you guys what Jackie Chan did, but everyone knows this. His fighting style, of course, is not very. It's more. It can be very comical because
Yeah.
there are little things that he does and takes every. There's like a story within a story.
Yeah.
There's a story within the fight, right? It can be about getting the umbrella back. It can be about getting the jacket back or something
Yeah.
like that. But he finds ways to
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff, which is entertaining for people. And it's not super violent with blood and stuff like
Exactly.
that. It's like
I remember one that really stuck out with me. He was fighting, and it was a sequence with a ladder. An extension ladder. It was so good. But what I really remember is one of my favorite parts. I think it was after the movie ended when
Yep.
the credits were rolling. They showed all the outtakes of it.
yeah.
And it's
I
just
love
like,
that.
man, this guy, he's just working so hard just to get it just right. And, because he's trying to go in between ladder rungs and spin ladders and flips and do all this stuff. And
Yeah.
hard to do. And he just stick with it. Some of these stunts you'd try over and over, and you're like, oh my goodness. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm more of a Jackie.
See, I started
Hayden,
with Bruce.
what's your favorite JC movie
Oh, you could
besides the
that's,
tuxedo? I'm doing like tuxedo.
Hey, the tuxedo is
Jennifer
great because Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love.
Yeah.
Well, I started with Bruce because my dad's a martial artist, so he put me on Bruce Lee, and then we moved to Jackie Chan because he'd been around since the 70s as well, but he got big in America in like the 90s and whatnot. But so I can go old Hong Kong ones and do, excuse me, the Police Story films are always, yeah, they're always fun ones. Young Master, Drunken Master 2.
Master is good.
All of his Hong Kong ones. So these more recent ones,
Maybe traditionalist here.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. I appreciate
well,
that. Right.
I only watch
Hong
the
Kong.
American ones.
Oh, okay.
there's a couple,
say I
I
watched-
can't even remember what they are, with Benny the Jet, Equidez in them, and those fight scenes are insane, and I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but they've got some of Young Dragons. No, yeah. Dragons Forever, that one. That one is
Dragons Forever.
Dragons
I've seen-
Forever
I don't-
or
I
Meals
think
on
that
Wheels.
sounds made up.
Sounds like a,
What kind of martial arts training did your dad do?
He did Kyokushin karate. He did Muay Thai, American kickboxing.
Dang. So he was
badass.
badass.
He is
Your
a
dad,
badass.
Hayden's dad is a biker, Australian biker.
Australian
Australian
biker.
biker.
My
Mate.
God. See, those are all of
definitely
the
got
styles that he taught my brother and I as well. So
How to defend themselves when the police showed up.
What's the first move? What's the first move?
Kick in the nuts.
to run
That's what I do.
is to not
Okay.
fight. It's like, I can tell you how to fight.
Oh,
Best way is to not
he's
fight.
high roading us here. Look at you high road. Yeah, well, really,
Never to make the
respect.
first move.
Yeah.
No, it was. I remember one thing my dad told me was, if you're gonna get in a fight, make sure that they throw the punch first. Then you can't get done for assault or aggravated anything, as long as your retaliation is within the means of how they hit you first. Because if you're trained and someone punches you and you punch them back and you knock them out, you're in the clear. If someone doesn't even hit you and you just knock them out, you can get done for assault or whatever, aggravated manslaughter, any of that crap that can happen.
Ooh.
So he's like, if they're going to fight you, make sure that they swing first and then you're good to go.
But the swing has to land though, or do you can just swing and
No,
miss?
if they swing and you get out of the way, you're still good to go because they threw the first punch.
Okay. I see.
That was one thing I
you
remember
don't-
him teaching me.
I don't know what it is here, actually, in Canada. I probably should know that because that's where we live. But I know in the States, it's in some states, even if you feel threatened of danger. So if somebody's walking towards you in a
In
way
an
that's
angry
yeah,
way.
that's threatening, you could yeah. Like, what did you say about hockey? Mm. You're
I
not gonna
found
open
what
that
you
can of
said
worms.
offensive and infringed on my rights.
You infringe on my rights.
That's such a gray area. I feel like
Yeah, it's
that's just my walk, man.
yeah.
I'm just walking towards the grocery
You
store. I
do.
got attacked.
He's got a tough walk though.
Yeah, you know what I mean. What if someone
He's got that
stood defense?
RBF.
Yeah, I have my RBF.
For those of you who don't know what RBF is, that's resting bitch face.
That's correct.
I was trying to think of something
reverberating
clever instead
butt
of that,
farts.
but I just
You
I
tried-
know I
yeah.
failed.
He's got that reverberating butt farts. You know, that's the one.
Reverberating butt farts. Yeah.
There you
Whoa,
go.
you're on your
Nice.
toes today. Hey, noise. Hold on.
Always
Oh,
gotta do
wait,
that.
hold on. Is that that's WMJ? Is that WMJ?
That's WMJ.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see it.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Singing into a
Nice,
mic,
nice,
into
nice.
a mic.
Very
I've got
cool.
my
Hey,
actual
you never-
tour shirt behind here as well.
Hayden, you never got a chance to answer. Have you ever left a job in the most epic of ways?
No, because I am kind of vanilla like that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Cut it out.
We'll get.
We'll
rid of
cut
that.
it out. Well, I can
That's-
tell you how I left the police force. It's not very epic, but that's
Thought
my
everyone-
therapy. That's my therapy story.
Yeah. How did you leave the? First of all, thank you for your service. Is that what you say?
I think so.
It's not military, but
I don't know.
it's
I
domestic
just, people
front
say that.
military. I can tell you what.
How long were you an officer of the law for?
Not very long. Long enough to know that it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And it's a very political answer, but
6 months, 8 months, a year,
6 months,
year and a half.
2.5 years of university study, 6 months on the force, on the beat.
Yeah. And why did you decide to leave?
Time to rip into the New South Wales Police Force, maybe? No. Okay, at the time that you can beep the name of the force out. At the time, they were going through a transition of old guard to new guard. So they were teaching, and this is the kind of the flaw of the system back there. So there is a federal police, which is like obviously federal, like the RCMP, called the Australian Federal Police. And that was actually in my home town was where they were based. But I was in the state that surrounds my territory called New South Wales, and they have the largest police force in the country. Force is being the word that you need to remember here. So most of the major crime stuff and the corruptness in police officers came from either there or Victoria. And I got to be quick because we're running out of time here, so I put a massive pause in there. So there was a change in guard. So those that go to the university learn a certain way, and then there are people that do courses, and then those two join together and then go to the academy together. But it's kind of a divide because there's university students versus just regular folk, so to speak. And then they try to split it up. It didn't quite work because there's always going to be a headbutting on, you're, uppity university people, and we're just like regular folks. I'm like, we're all learning the same shit. And anyway, funny story. The college is taught by all of the weirdo police officers, the ones that are off on stress leave or have had incidents happen. They send them to train the new. Yeah, they send them to train the people. I'm like, this is not the best people to train. Newbies is the ones that are losing their mind. They've got tics and twitches and all kinds of weird things going on with them. So they bumped out all of these new recruits because at the time there was a big race riot in a major city in Sydney. And so they brought in all these new rules. I got riot trained, which is why I knew that there was going to be a riot when the Canucks lost the Stanley Cup, because I was sort of fresh out of that. And I was like, all of the signs are pointing to riots, and I was correct. But yeah, roll your eyes.
Every time he gets an opportunity to shot, you know what? I was going to get you listen to me, motherfucker. When you were...
It just was a good example. If the BC Lions had rioted, I would have said the BC Lions, but it was the Canucks.
It was just the shit-eating grin on your face when you brought it up. You were just too happy.
He lit up.
This is the first time
sparkle in his eyes.
This is the first time he lit up all episode.
The fact that I was more in touch than the Vancouver police, not the Canucks fan base. The Vancouver police I was ahead of the game on. Anyway.
2 years of tick training and 6 months in the field, he had more knowledge than the entire Vancouver Police Department.
Yeah, and they even proved me right when they said after the fact.
Double down.
After the fact that they were like, "Oh, we should have seen the signs earlier," and I'm like, "You think?" Anyway,
well, that there was one 8 years previous. No, 14 years previous. Math.
So anyway, so they sent me to a station that was run by a bunch of old fellas, and I was a newbie. And I think they sent in 3. There was a whole thing that happened at the academy, which is a story for another time. But I graduated after my class, significantly later. Anyway, they sent me to a thing, and I butted heads with everybody there because they were all running the old way. They were alcoholic, sexist, racist assholes, and that's the way that they enforced the law. And then there were these new people that came in that had education in the laws and the new laws that were being introduced and the new way of doing things. So think of it, you got your Rodney King style cops versus your new, squeaky clean ones that know everything and learn all the training, but, communication is first, not pulling out your gun first, which is how a lot of people do it. So anyway, apparently I became self-aware of my heart rate, had to get a heart rate monitor and all that. They said I was fine. It was just stress. Like I just became aware of everything. And then they stuck me on desk duties, and then they were like, we're going to send you to a psychiatrist because we don't think you're coping well. And I'm done talking about that because it's been long enough that I can't be angry at it anymore. So I'm going to just go complete 180 and go, have you ever, to lighten the load. No
Let's
one
lighten
wants
it.
to hear that. No one wants to hear that. Lighten the load. I'd rather a heavy load. What?
But yeah, what?
Things that you can say in the workplace, but you probably shouldn't say to your significant other or your random other, whoever you so please or displease. I was working the other day and I was listening. You know how in like a grocery store or a supermarket or whatever, they announce over the radio when there's something going on, that they want something to happen. And I was like, you probably should change the way you say that, because they were like, reader for backdoor receiving, reader for backdoor receiving. And I was like, maybe do that one again. But that made me laugh very, very hard to myself because I was working and I couldn't have people.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Backdoor receiving.
Backdoor receiving. So, Justin,
who?
you've got Rita.
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 Oh, poor Rita.
Oh, Rita.
Yeah.
So, Justin, you know how you've got a hot dog bun as an arm?
Yeah.
Backdoor receiving.
Oh, this is where the sauerkraut goes? The sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut can go in
Backdoor.
or right up and just all over the place, wherever you so please.
Yeah, Justin just thought it was like, it was a hockey term.
I thought it was a hockey
The
term.
backdoor play is open.
Yeah.
The guy is getting the back.
He's
I thought you were
receiving the
saying like when
backdoor.
they get checked from behind, because that is pretty much backdoor receiving. I
will lead to a fight.
I gotta send you. I send you a meme that I found that will really make you want me to fight me next go, because I saw this and I was like, I'm gonna send this to the boys because this is hockey to me. It was hilarious.
Okay, that's fun though. Something that you can say at work, you can get away saying at work, and it's totally normal, but you can't say, you shouldn't say to your significant other.
It's hard for me because I'm thinking about as a job, like, as an actor. I'm just reading scripts and anything you say in the script.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have to give me an example. I was just like giving an example of something that made me laugh. So.
Oh, I thought you were asking us.
Yeah, I can if you've got one. If you've got one off the top of your head, or you can improv one right now.
Yeah, and I guess you don't have to do your current job. You could pretend you're working somewhere else, like at Starbucks.
Like Starbucks. Shit. Do you want whipped cream on top of your frappe?
I ask Kate that all the time.
Yeah.
That's
okay. What is your frappe? Oh,
we don't talk about my wife's frappe anymore, please. That's
it's something that
very
you want.
inappropriate.
I thought it was you. You were the frappe.
I'm not. I ain't no frappe. No frappe.
You've just got one. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Speaking of frappes, by the way, if any listeners ever get frappes, ask for double blend. It's just way much better.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what
blend
a
it
frappe
twice.
is. They spin it twice.
Yeah.
You blend it, and if you blend it once, it's just chunkier, and then if you blend it twice, it's smoother, like a ice cap.
Ooh, I love ice caps.
Yeah,
I love ice caps.
Yeah,
we're coming up into the season, the ice cap season.
The ozone's going to melt.
I can't think of it. You know what? Can I come with a list of those for the next episode? Because that would be fun. Let's all come prepared with some. And actually, if you're listening and you have a good one, email it to us. We'll read them. We'll read the best one. We'll read all of them.
Let's read all of them.
Yeah.
Chummy
Thumbs@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Email us.
ChummyThumbs@gmail.com.
Yep.
Email us or
Yeah.
comment, whatever. Yeah.
Or
Comment.
uh,
What was the guy? Maybe.
maybe.
Have you guys?
Or
have
Mighty
you guys-
Whitey. Mighty
Yeah,
Whitey.
Mighty. Have you guys ever
Mike Tyson.
thought of something you can say at work, but you can't say to your significant other?
Maybe.
If you said that again.
Oh, Mighty Whitey.
Oh,
You're
love
the
you.
best.
I love you.
I can't. Yeah, I'm going to come with a list though, because there's potentially so many good ones, and this could be a really good bit. And if I think of one as my brain is turning as we finish out this episode, I'll spit it out too. But I don't have any on the spot. Damn it! My improv is lacking. I need to brush up on my improv.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw something else out that I found hilarious because I also spent a lot of time in grocery stores the last couple of weeks. That's part of my new job, is to do the Coca-Cola in all of these different stores. Anyway, if I was to say the word chub to you, what comes to mind?
Penis.
3/4 inch hard penis. It's not all the way. Yeah, it's not all the way there. You got a chubby. You got a little chubby.
Semi-hard.
It's semi-hard. It's 3/4, a 3/4 chub. So we'd say 3/4 chub.
3/4 chub. Okay, so you're both thinking you got dicks on the brain.
Penises.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Well, what else?
The only thing.
That's
the only
everybody
thing.
thought that. Everybody listening when you said chub thought, oh, semi-hard penis.
Even Mighty
in a
Whitey.
grocery store,
Maybe.
you're just walking around the grocery store with a chub hanging out, are you?
So what's
Check
a
out
chub?
my
What's a
meat.
chub?
What do you think when you hear the word chub?
Well, no, I'm saying if you were in a grocery store, you got to think of the scenario. It's pretty damn close. A chub is actually what's called prepackaged meat.
Ugh. You probably can't hear me, but I'm snoring right now.
Wah, wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah. Yeah, but okay, not in a grocery store. Somebody says chub, or when you think of the word chub, what do you think of?
Yeah, of course, obviously. But I said,
Yeah,
You
what are you giving us shit for?
because you didn't play by the rules, confinements of the question.
Even in a grocery store.
Yeah, if I saw it, I'd laugh. I'd go, huh, chub.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
You guys, you just, I'm here and you're down here.
Closer to hell where I belong.
That's
Okay.
right.
So
Closer to
someone. Closer to. So I'm just curious. You said when you're at a grocery store and you learned that term. So someone told you, "Oh, it's get the Coke. It's by the Chubs."
No, it was written on the packaging.
Oh,
It says meat chub. And
Well,
I
what
was-
do you
You didn't tell-
what?
you had more information than us. If you
Yeah.
had Chub, like meat.
Yeah, you just
Just say a meaty
You're missing
penis.
the point because I said when you
Maybe.
hear this in a grocery store, what do you think of? And you just went somewhere outside of a grocery store first. I said inside the grocery store.
I'd still think of that. Yes, inside a grocery
Well,
store.
that's why I gave you the answer because you didn't get it. You gave me a different
Goddamn meat
answer.
chub. Goddamn. Okay, keep them coming. What else you got? Yeah.
Well, okay, have you ever seen a
Wait.
camel's lips?
Oh.
Where are we going? Where are we going here? I'm scared to answer now because you'll be like, "Ooh, you idiot."
This one doesn't matter. You sound like
Okay.
those Sesame Street aliens. Actually, Swedish Chef. You sound like him. Camel lips.
Well, yeah, I've seen a camel's lip because I've seen a camel up close before. Do
Okay,
tell.
so what is unique about the camel's lips?
Let's sue.
Okay, so what's the question though? What
What are camel lips?
What is unique about them?
what's unique about a camel? Well, they're only on camels.
This is true.
Isn't there a cleft so they can move individually or something?
You got it. Shao's the man.
Yeah,
I
we
was
both
like,
got it right.
Yeah.
We both got it. Correct answer.
there you go. That's all. I
That
got.
was your trivia?
That was
what's
my
a
trivia.
camel?
No, it was like, what else I got? I got camel's lips. The bottom one is independent, or the top ones are independent. I was like, can you imagine what the camel can do with that? It can,
What could a camel do?
I don't know, what could it do?
It
Go.
can do wonderful things to a camel toe.
It could.
Okay, challenge. Okay, 2-minute
Okay.
challenge, Justin.
Oh,
You
boy.
are a camel.
Okay,
Ooh,
one hump or two humps?
that's a great question.
One hump. Traditional camel.
Less aggressive.
Less aggressive. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll play
'Cause-
milder. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be smooth. And you're in a bar.
Okay.
Single hop camel in a bar, trying to
Okay.
pick up a chick, female camel or female.
Okay.
Human
Who's my female camel?
Shao,
Shao.
obviously.
Okay. Okay.
And you have to convince him that your camel lips can rock her world or his world. Whoever you choose the gender of Shao to be today.
Okay.
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 You have
Okay.
to try and get him to
the
leave,
bar.
and Shao, you have to
Okay.
We're at the bar. Okay.
at the bar.
Bartender, can I get extra large glass of water?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Is somebody sitting here?
Just go ahead.
Hey. You know what they say about camels with one hump?
What do they say?
They say, hey, that camel only has one hump.
Is that what they? Is that what they say?
Well, did you, hey, are you seeing anybody?
No, I'm not actually.
How old are you?
You're quite forward, Mr. One Hump. I am 7.
Wow. So beautiful.
I work out. I stay hydrated.
Hey, how's your water?
It's quite.
It's looking kind of empty. I have a watering hole out back if you wanted to come check it out.
Really? How big is your watering hole?
Well, it's huge. Oh.
I'm intrigued. Go on.
Yeah. Well, it's probably big enough for the both of us. But I'm not quite 100% sure. But I'd like to find out.
Well, I'm sold only if you buy me another glass of water before we leave.
Hold on, let me just get this little thing you have on your cheek here, if you don't mind.
Oh, you got it.
And scene.
What? No, I was.
Oh, you had more. There's more.
There's more. I was just
Okay.
warming up. There was a slow start. I didn't know where to go,
Okay.
and then I had a direction. Oh, I
won me over.
I twinged my neck.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
Your neck?
I
You
tweaked
gotta
it.
you gotta write that down,
legit-
and we'll do part 2 next week.
Oh, I
We
legit.
got your tweak on camera.
I legit tweaked my
We
neck.
can maybe
We're gonna have to go back.
Maybe slow mo the exact moment you tweaked it.
Oh, god damn it! Yeah,
I was waiting that whole time for you to
5 minutes.
mention your lips, but you just visually did it. I was very much.
I know. It's for the
Enthralled.
people listening. They're not going to get it because I thought, well,
It's-
it's kind
it
of
sounds-
it's kind of weird to just talk about your lips. So I thought because I was trying to seduce her with my lips, and when I was just about to get
Where
to
did you actually touch me? I didn't look.
where did I touch
No, I
you?
mean like what- you actually just did the lips. Like you just I just felt I felt your bristles.
Teabag.
Oh.
Is it? Yeah, I tried to do my lips, but I got a pointy nose, so
Oh, I felt a lot of your nose and some
Yeah.
of your hair.
Yeah,
And that's when you tweaked it, hey?
yeah, I tweaked. I think it was on the pullout.
Oh
You don't want to do it too quick.
no.
I was
You
about
just-
to say I'll finish it
just-
real quick.
spasm out.
Did you see what I can do with one lip?
Oh,
Imagine what I can do with two.
that's good. That's good.
There's a very inappropriate pickup line I'm going to end on.
Ooh.
So this only works to do. I guess you could do it on anybody.
Okay.
But you go like this. You call them over. You go, hey, Hayden. And for
Yes,
those of you
Justin?
that are just listening, not watching, I have one finger and I'm signaling him to come over, and he's coming over. And then when they arrive, you go, see what I can do with one finger? Imagine what I could do with two. It never works. It's never worked.
0%
Zero
success rate.
percent.
Zero percent.
Tried it.
This is like
It
Barney's
usually
Naked
ends up
Man.
with my face being red. But-
Mushroom snap.
From a mushroom snap. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should try it on women. I feel like they would be more
You know
open
what?
to
I
it.
feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe switch it up.
Should
See,
try it out.
I was trying to think of what Australians call it. We call it a turkey slap, but that's a whole nother thing. On that
Ooh.
note,
Yep,
thanks
I think that's a good place.
for being our chummy thumbkins. Please like and subscribe to the show on all your major podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify for podcasts, all of that fun stuff. You can also find us on YouTube on YouTube and all other social media, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, TikTok at Chummy Thumbs. And until next time, keep on thumbing.
Thumbin'.
Thumb, 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 thumb,
Thumb, thumb, thumb, thumb, thumb, thumb, thumb, thumb, thumb.